Hi everyone, I'm Debbie with BookAndBuJo. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been here before. Today I'm going to go over my TBR for Battle of the Bands 7, Canadian style. A big thank you to Jake from the Bookish Drummer for calling me out to join back in again for another round of Battle of the Bands. And I am going to be on Team Pop, which is going to be a lot of fun, and I'll save that TBR for the end. We'll start with the other three teams because if you read books for your team, then you get points towards your team. If you read prompts from the other teams, then you could take points away from them. So I do have a TBR for all of the prompts. Doesn't mean I'll get to all of them, but I will prioritize Team Pop reads first, and then after that I can go attack some of the other teams. Let's start with country and folk. The first prompt is The Wait by The Band, and again these are all Canadian bands, and the prompt is a book that would take a load off your TBR, and I will be reading Heartsworn by David Estes. Now this has been on my TBR for a while. It's the second book in the Forsworn Oath series, and it's over 800 pages, so literally some weight off as well. Prompt number 2, Heart of Gold by Neil Young. And the prompt is a book with a character who's searching for something. And for this one, I'm not quite sure, because I mean, some of these are subject to change once I read them, if they actually work for the prompt or not. But I'm going to go with Wild Magic, and that's by Jen Stark, the first book in the Mortal Vegas series. And this one is a tarot-based series. So we'll see what happens with that. Kind of reading the synopsis, it seems like it'll work, but we'll see. Prompt number 3, and that is You're Still the One by Shania Twain. And the prompt is to reread a favorite. I'm like, ooh, I don't have any rereads on my TBR at all, but I do have a book that I recently read that as soon as I finished it, I wanted to reread it right away, and that is Japanese Gothic by Kylie Lee Baker. Prompt 4 is Heave Away by The Fables, and that is a book with a nautical theme or a book that's set on a ship. And I was like, Pirate Latitudes by Michael Crichton. I mean, pirates in the name, so I'm going to assume this is set on a ship and has pirates. Prompt number 5, Canadian Summer by Dean Brody. And this is a book set in a cottage, a lake house, or a camp. And well, I'm kind of cheating here, not really, but kind of. So I plan on reading Going the Distance, the second book in the Kissing Booth series by Beth Reekles. Now this one touches on the beach house, and book 1.5, so this is the second book in the Kissing Booth series. Book 1.5 is The Beach House, but that one's only 110 pages. And books have to be 150 pages long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read The Beach House and Going the Distance. So I'm going to read 2 books for this one prompt. So reading both of those should help to count for the page count minimum and for the actual prompt. Next we move into Team Rock. Yeah! I would have loved to have been on Team Rock, but I was like, put me wherever you need me. And the first prompt is Taking Care of Business by Bachman Turner Overdrive. Know the song well, never knew who it was by, so I learned something new. And this one is a book set in a workplace. And for this one, I'm going to read The House Witch by Delham Hawk. And this is going to be the 3rd book in the series. And this is a mashup of all 3. And the main character is a house witch. And it takes place in the castle where he is a house witch and he is in charge of the kitchens. Next prompt, The Spirit of Radio by Rush. Great band. And that is a book whose description includes your buzzwords. And I plan on reading Rites of the Starling by Devney Perry. And that's the 2nd book in the Shield of Sparrow series. And for buzzwords, so we have Cursed Realm, we have Quest, we have A Sacrifice. It's a dark fantasy. There we go. Prompt 3 for rock is Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams. Great song, great artist. And the prompt is to read a book set during summer, and I plan on reading The Voyage of the Basilisk by Marie Brennan, and this is the third book in the Memoirs of Lady Trent series. And in case anyone was wondering, The House Witch did win my poll by 1 vote. It kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It was tied a whole lot. And then finally at the last hour, this one pulled through with 1 vote. The next prompt is Ahead by a Century, and that is by Tragically Hip. Never actually heard of them. I'll have to look this one up. And the prompt is a book ahead of its time or set in the future. And I plan on reading Cyber Hunter Origins by D.B. Gooden. Definitely future space agey book. And then the last prompt for Team Rock is Riot by 3 Days Grace. And the prompt is a book featuring injustice or revolution, and I plan on reading Disability Visibility by Alice Wong. Next we have dance and electronic or dance and hip hop genre. And the first prompt is Crab Bucket by K-OS. And the prompt is a book about a character who feels stuck. Now again, actually I probably have quite a few books on my TBR that this would work for, but I'm going to assume Pachinko by Minjin Lee will work for this. Prompt 2 is Ghosts and Stuff by Deadmouse, M-A-U-S, Mouse, Deadmouse. And don't know that one either. Probably don't know any of the songs in this section actually. And that one is a book about a character who is haunted emotionally or literally. And I plan on reading Hunchback by Sao Ichigawa. And then we have Started from the Bottom by Drake. I've heard of Drake, but I don't know any of their songs. Yeah, dance electronic is not my genre for music. And the prompt is a popular author's debut novel. And I plan on reading Swan's Way by Marcel Proust. This is a thick one, and I need to read all of this month. Well, this summer. So Swan's Way and Within a Budding Grove, but Swan's Way happens to be his debut, so that's awesome. And actually, it's only 325 pages. That's awesome. So that's all I have to read out of this. Yeah. Next is Starboy by The Weeknd, which that sounds awesome. A book about someone wealthy or famous, and I plan on reading 100 Rules for Living to 100 by Dick Van Dyke, because my library did just get the audiobook in for this, and I am so excited for it. And then lastly, for dance electronic, we have Greedy by the McRae. And the prompt is a book that features one of the 7 deadly sins. Well, originally I picked Pride and Prejudice in Space, and this is by Sybil Nelson. And I think that'll work. It's got pride right there in the title. But a book just came in from LibriVox. LibriVox takes public domain books, and then they have volunteers that come in and read and record the audiobook for you, so then you can listen to them for free, which is amazing. And they just had a book come in called The 7 Deadly Sins. And it's fairly short. It's like 196 pages or something like that. It's just under 200, but it's over the 150 minimum for the Readathon, which is awesome. And that is by James Stalker. So I may read that one instead. Although Pride and Prejudice in Space works for Herkiet. So see how much time I have at the end of the month. And then lastly, we have Team Pop, which is the team I am on. Yay. And our captain is Nala. I will leave her channel linked down below, as well as the link to the Battle of the Bands Readathon. And the first prompt is Sunglasses at Night by Corey Hart. I used to have this record. I don't think I still do, but my sister and I did own this record when we were growing up. And the prompt is a book featuring a shady character. And I plan on reading My Antonia by Willa Cather. It does say that there's shady characters in here, as in plural. So I may double check with my sister, because I know this is one of her favorite books too. I do have 2 of my sister's favorite books as part of the pop section of the Readathon. Interesting. And the second one is Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone by Glass Tiger. Love that song. And that is a book by an author who has passed away, and I plan on reading my sister's favorite book, My Antonia is her second. And that is The Awakenings by Kate Chopin. Next, It's All Coming Back to Me Now by Celine Dion, also a good one. And that is a book set during your formative or childhood years. And I was like, well, so I had to do a little searching, and luckily I found a book that was set in the 80s, so I'm going with childhood years and somewhat formative as well. And it's also on my Herkia 3.0, which is great, and that is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. And I think that works for the 10-word title for, is that the titular counting prompt? And that's by Benjamin Sains. And then we have Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne. Don't know this song either. And that is Read a Book You've Put on a Past TBR. And that is Empire of the Dawn by Jay Kristoff. And I am happy to say I am halfway through this book already. Loving it. Loving it. Love that whole series. So good. And then lastly, we have Mercy by Shawn Mendes. Don't know this song either. And that is You're at the Mercy of Dice. Roll to determine your next read. So if you have seen my TBR update for July, I will leave that linked up in the cards above for you in case you want to check it out. I did land on my family challenge prompt. Now my family challenge is to read a book off of my owned physical shelves every month. So at least one a month, aiming for 2 a month. And for this one, I rolled to see which shelf, and then on that shelf, I rolled a die to see which book it was. And so I actually rolled 3 different times to get this one. And I ended up getting Sophocles by Sophocles, obviously. And these are from the Theban plays, Oedipus the King, Oedipus at Colonus, and Antigone. Thank you to the wonderful person who phonetically spelled it out for me. So I know it was Antigone. So that is my TBR for Battle of the Bands 7 Canadian version. Have you read any of these? Did you like them? I hope. And if you have read them and you're like, that totally does not work for that prompt, let me know down in the comments and maybe suggest one that does in its place. Or if you have read them and know like that absolutely fits, let me know that as well. That'll be helpful. Thank you so much to Jake and his lovely bride for creating this amazing readathon every year. And it was so much fun to participate last year. And I believe I was on Team Foo Fighter last time. And I am so excited to continue on with it this year. And please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other bookish content. And until next time, keep reading. Bye!